if you're trying to get onto the event leaderboards and make your clan super powerful, then these are the steps that you can do to get on there. So the first thing is you can go over here and you can see the challenges. And so if I go over here, there are the permanent ones, and these ones never leave. They're always here. So blow 50 million bubbles and hatch 4,000 eggs. These will always be here no matter what. And so if you're always hatching or if you're always blowing bubbles, they don't always get something. But down here are the repeatable ones. These are the ones that are going to be pretty good, especially if you want to AFK. So the first method, and this one is the fastest to get it, but you have to have somewhat good pets. And so I'm going to get my best team right here. And if I go over and I click, I get 93,000 per click, which is not that bad. So I'd recommend if you have about 100,000, then you could AFK this. And if you actually hold your mouse down or hold on the screen and then you click escape, then right here, I'm not holding down on anything and it just keeps going. And you can see we're going to get a ton of bubbles just like that. And I'd only recommend doing this method if you have at least 80 or 90,000. But having over 100,000 is probably the best way. Now this is the best method, but if you don't have an insane team here, there's a pretty easy way that you can get a ton. And so what you're going to do is you're going to go over here to the infinity egg, and just make sure before you do this, you're going to go over and auto delete anything that you need auto deleted, because if you don't, it'll keep filling up your storage. So just make sure everything is auto deleted that you want deleted. And then you can go over here and auto this right here. And if you need to go a little bit faster, then you can spam R and that'll make you go a bit faster. Or you can just set up a macro like on Tiny Task or something. And if you don't have that good of a team, you need to remember to do this if you're playing actively. If you're trying to get a bunch of these eggs hatched, then if you get a bad one, like say this one is really bad or really hard to get, then just re-roll it and you'll get a new one. Or maybe if you don't want to get a bunch of shiny eggs and you just want a specific one like this one right here, then make sure you re-roll it. It only costs 5 re-roll orbs, so pretty cheap, and it can help you a lot. And if you are just going to be AFKing the infinity egg, then I'd recommend going over here and putting on your boosts. Now, what you have on Lucky Evolved or Mythic Evolved, these don't really matter. And unless you're really just trying to do that for the pets, it doesn't matter at all. But what you do need, which will help a ton, is going over here and getting Speed Evolved. And if you can't afford Speed Evolved for all of that, which makes sense because it's so much, then go over here and get Speed 5, which is only 40% faster, so like not even nearly as good. But I mean, I have 356 and I bet you probably have a ton. And if you don't, you can actually go over to Zen and you can go over here to the Potion Shrine and combine a bunch. And you should be able to make a lot. Like right here, I can make 418 tier 3s. And just like that, I have 27 mythic 5s. And so just like that, you should be able to get a ton. Make sure you're doing your Gem Genie, because if you get more speed 5s or evolves, make sure to put those on as soon as you can. And that's really about it and what you need to know about this. And another thing, there's apparently going to be like a month break between these, just to make sure that people can actually grind and not just focus on these, because you really can't do much else if you're going to be focusing completely on getting onto the leaderboards with these.